Hello, and welcome to Ice is Slippery, an unserious podcast about hockey brought to you by 1.5 hockey fans. My name is Kate, and I'm the hockey fan.
And my name is Fred. I'm half a hockey fan.
Hi, Fred. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. This is both an early and a late podcast recording.
Yes, it is both.
It is, so it's confusing. It's Schrodinger's podcast recording.
Ooh.
We're recording late in the day, but a day early. So
Yes.
we have things going on tomorrow. We have to take our kid to the airport. She's abandoning us for a week. So we're going to be empty nesters and it's going to be weird.
Yep.
So anyway, we thought we'd get a jump start on things and record today because probably tomorrow I will be crying and that's not good for business.
Yep. So we are going to miss what? There's 2 games.
There are 2 games coming up shortly. There's a Flyers game and a Stars game. So we won't be talking about those. Probably we'll touch on them next week. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Maybe they'll be super boring and I won't want to talk about them.
That's very possible.
That's very possible. It's a week. A lot can happen in a week in the
Absolutely.
hockey world. And speaking of that, let's talk about the news that's been going on this week because there's kind of a lot of it.
Is there? All right, cool.
To start with, things haven't been good in Toronto this season and they are continuing to get worse because Austin Matthews is going to miss the rest of the season due to a grade 3 MCL tear. He got that after a nasty knee-on-knee hit from Radko Gudas.
Yeah, goodness.
It was not a fun hit.
That hurt my knee just watching it.
I know I've had knee surgery and I was just like, that I feel that in my bones.
Yeah.
No, I didn't like that one. Nobody liked that one, really. Gudas received a 5-game suspension and he is not a first-time offender. He's been suspended 5 times over the years, including this one, for 26 games in total. And something, I don't know if you know this, but suspended players also forfeit their salary when they're suspended.
You have told me this before.
Well, it adds up. So Gudas is going to miss out on $104,000 during this one suspension. And that money goes to the Players' Emergency Assistance Fund. Over his career, Gudas has lost more than $855,000 in salary with all of his suspensions.
That's crazy.
Almost $1 million in suspensions because he plays kind of a dirty game.
He does, yeah. They live in a different world, but that'd be devastating. Boom, you're losing $100,000 a year.
I mean, even if it's proportional to my income, if I'm losing a big chunk of change like that, I'm learning how to manage my emotions better.
Yeah.
Personally, that's me, but I'm not a big hockey man. So what do I know?
Yeah, no, it was a terrible hit and he shouldn't have done that.
Yeah. And a lot of people do not think that the 5-game suspension was enough, including Austin Matthews' agent, who released a statement about it and was like, this is insulting. The fact that it was a phone hearing, so it wouldn't be more than 5 games. We were already like, what?
Yep.
And he thinks that the Department of Player Safety should be suspended.
I mean, I think he could probably get a number of signatures on that petition.
I absolutely agree. I would sign. It needs a complete overhaul. It's completely corrupt and disgusting. It's not okay. But, at least somebody responded in some way because it's not like any of his teammates did.
Well, no, they're all just,
I know, they're all like, well, I didn't really see what happened. I guess I should have done something. That's my quote of all of them.
Yep.
Nylander's like, oh yeah, I passed him the puck and then I don't see what happens. But
well, what's Nylander going to do? I
mean, it's true.
The only guy who's going to do anything is Nyes, or is he even there anymore?
He's still there. He did not get traded.
Okay.
I'm sure he would have done something. God, I feel like if Mitch Marner was still there, he would have at least gotten in someone's face and pointed a finger very, very sternly.
He would have definitely had emotions.
He would have had feelings about it, for sure. He wouldn't have been like, oh, sucks, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's just, everybody's so blasé there. It feels like it's just not cool.
No, they're all...
they're too cool for school.
They're out to lunch.
Yeah, it's not good. So anyway, I feel bad for Austin Matthews, and yeah, just another injury for him. Pretty devastating.
So he's just done.
He's done for the rest of the season for sure.
Even if they make it to the playoffs, which I don't think.
I'm pretty sure they won't be, but even if so, grade 3 MCL tear takes a while to heal.
Well.
So not great. There was lots of discipline this week, actually. Brandon Hagel received a $5,000 fine for coming up behind Rasmus Dahlin and punching him in the back of the head multiple times during a game.
Yep.
Rasmus Dahlin just skating his way down the ice, and Brandon Hagel's like, not today, motherfucker. Just starts punching him. And, we talked about it last week on the podcast that Evgeny Malkin was suspended for 5 games for slashing Dahlin in the head. And then also last year, I think it was, Brad Marchand tackled Rasmus Dahlin and punched him a whole bunch and then stole his helmet and ripped it into little tiny pieces in the penalty box.
Yeah.
And so all of this like accumulating nonsense leads me to the question, what is Rasmus Dahlin saying to these men? Like,
he's saying very offensive things.
He's saying something. Like, I'm not a victim blamer, but there's no way these three people just randomly decide to just start murdering him.
No, yeah, because his play doesn't ever seem like...
No, he's not like a super dirty player or anything like that. He's not Radko Gudising it up out there.
Nope.
But yeah, just for these people, I mean, it's not just like they're cross-checking him too vigorously. It's like they're chasing him down and punching him into the ice.
Exactly.
What is he doing? It's crazy. He seems so quiet and mild-mannered.
Nope.
So
he's hiding a dark secret.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. But yeah, Brandon Hagel got a $5,000 fine for that. So yep, not so cool. And then Bo Horvat also received a fine this week. This was a less serious fine. His was $2,500 for unsportsmanlike conduct because he was over by the Sharks bench and he kind of pushed William Eklund's visor and helmet up over his head a bit. What wasn't taken into account was that Horvat was in a scrum by the benches before that, and Eklund stole his stick out of his hand and tossed it down the tunnel.
Okay. I like that. That's fun.
It was funny. We saw that on camera and it was actually very funny and entertaining.
Yeah.
So, Horvat was just getting his back. You're not supposed to mess with players on the bench, but I don't think you're supposed to mess with players on the ice either. So probably nobody should have gotten fined, or they both should have gotten fined. But it was just really funny. You could tell Eklund was having a great time. He had a trainer helping him too. It's just really cute. It's just shenanigans. The San Jose Sharks are all just children doing shenanigans.
Yeah. There should be, a delineation of, was this shenanigans or was this like violent?
Right. Horvat's wasn't like super violent.
Right.
Like on a scale of like 1 to 10, it was like a 2 in violence.
Right.
But
so 2,500.
Yeah. Okay. I guess that makes sense. Eklund's wasn't violent at all. It was just full shenanigans, 100% shenanigans.
2,500 for shenanigans, 5,000 for violence.
Okay. That checks out. I like that. I think that would be a good rule. Nate McKinnon received a 5-minute major in a game misconduct this week for crashing into Connor Ingram, the Oilers goalie. But the NHL rescinded it because if he had received another one of those this season, it would have led to an automatic 1-game suspension. And most people agreed that it was fine to be rescinded because he got sent in by an Oilers player.
Yeah, I didn't see I could see like maybe 2 minutes for like reckless endangerment or whatever the penalty is. But at the end of the day, I mean, it was Nurse kind of shoving him in there. Nurse being Nurse, really. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with the game misconduct going away. Like before I saw it, I was just like, fucking Avalanche never have to take responsibility for anything. But no, it's right. I do think McKinnon was skating recklessly because that's how he skates.
Yep.
And I think that's why Mikko Rantanen skates so recklessly, because he's from that system and everybody skates recklessly there. And it just looks a lot more jarring with him because he's not like on the team of reckless skaters anymore. But yeah, it's fine. I think that was good.
Yeah, no, it was fine. He definitely like tried to not hurt the goalie too. Like
for sure. He definitely kind of tried to jump over him. So yep, I'm okay with that. And I guess the NHL was feeling generous this week because they also modified the punishment that the Ottawa Senators received during their whole Dadonov trade debacle. So I don't know if you remember this. It was a couple years back. But
wait, they're rescinding stuff that happened years ago?
Yes, sort of.
Okay.
So
no, anyway, I don't know.
That's
okay. So tell me.
So Evgeny Dadonov used to play for the Sens, and then he was traded to Vegas. And during the time of that trade, Vegas was not informed by the Sens that Dadonov had a limited no-trade clause. So he had like 10 teams he didn't want to go to. So he played for Vegas for like a year or so. Vegas tries to trade him to the Ducks, and Dadonov is like, but they're on my no-trade list. And Vegas is like, what do you mean no-trade list? So long story short, that's how we ended up with him in Dallas, because he was like, well, here's teams I would go to. And Pete DeBoer had coached for Vegas before. And he's like, I'll take you in Dallas.
Yeah.
So we ended up with him. The Senators got in trouble for not disclosing that there was any kind of no trade or no move, because Vegas, like, we wouldn't have taken him if we would have known that.
Right.
So as punishment, the league told the Sens that they were taking away their first round draft pick in either 2024, 2025, or 2026. Mm-hmm. So they deferred to 2026. They're like, let's just keep pushing out this punishment.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as we can. Like, if I don't have to think about it, it's not real.
Yeah. Why even give them the option? right?
I know, right?
Of course, you're going to pick 2026.
Well, the thing is that around all of the time that this was happening, like when all of the trade stuff happened, it was under old ownership. And then since then, new ownership has taken over. And then also the GM that fucked up the trade has been fired.
Okay.
So the current ownership was like, hey guys, could you maybe like reconsider a little bit? Because it seems like a little rude that we're being punished for something that like we didn't even kind of technically do. And the NHL is like, you know what? Fine. So now they can have a first round pick. They get the 32nd pick in the first round, the very last pick. They cannot trade up. They can't move up in the first round at all. Like they can't trade with another team. And then they also have to pay $1 million Canadian to the NHL Foundation Canada, which is a league-sponsored charitable organization.
Okay.
So that's it. You know, the NHL decided to be a little nicer, I guess. But no, it's an ongoing joke now. Like whenever anything happens anywhere in the league, they're like, and the Senators are losing a first-round draft pick about it. So, pretty nuts, huh?
I guess so, yeah. Well, that's the decisions that they are making are very, I don't know, you know, like people complain about the inconsistency of like the players, like the safety.
Yes.
And the Gary Bettmans, and like it's just so rampant that they just are kind of clearly just figuring things out as they go.
Oh, yeah. There's no like internal logic or consistency or anything going on. It's just like, boom, here's a punishment. Oh, never mind. We're going to unpunish you.
Yeah.
So, and I do get that there are extenuating circumstances at times and things like that. Sure. But it's weird.
I can't imagine like working in the organization, like in HR. Can you imagine what HR for the NHL was like? Like that must be a shit show.
I just got like chills thinking about it. Like the chills you get before you barf. Like they are not, that sounds like the worst job.
Yeah. HR is generally a shit show, but imagine it with the NHL.
Like that sounds like as stressful as being an air traffic controller. It's not okay. I don't want that job. You know, I'm always having like a career crisis and like, what do I want to do next with my life? That's not it.
No,
I know. I can tell you that much right now.
Nope.
Somebody else who probably doesn't want to be in the job they're in right now is Tristan Jarry.
Oh, Jarry.
He's one of the goalies in Edmonton. And rumor has it that he got into it with some of his teammates after he publicly criticized the team's defense after a 7-3 loss. The thing is that the Oilers are stuck with him at this point. You know, they can't even send him to the AHL and bring up Calvin Pickard again because the trade deadline is passed. So they can't even do that. So like, that's it. He's there for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
I can't believe how badly they fucked up their goalie situation. It's like I didn't think it could get any worse. And then it did. Yeah.
You know, they just don't know what they're doing. Like, I would have rather just stuck with Skinner and Pickard because at least you know them. And like, yeah, they suck or whatever. But like, clearly, maybe, I don't know, historically speaking, maybe goalies aren't the problem with the team.
I think people are maybe starting to realize that.
You think?
It does feel a little bit like this monkey's paw situation. I definitely remember seeing people online say, I don't care what they do. They have to get Skinner out of here.
Right.
It's like, okay, they did it. How are you feeling about that now? Because
I mean, yeah, it seemed like a bad deal at the start. Like, I wouldn't want Jarry on my team.
It's like when I used to say, like, God, I'd love to remodel our kitchen. And then our kitchen caught on fire.
Yeah.
And like the whole house almost burned down.
And we got to remodel the kitchen.
We did get to remodel the kitchen. So that was okay. But, you know, we were like totally displaced and, you know, the cats almost died. And it was like a whole thing.
Right.
So
Exactly.
Yeah. You know, maybe just like be careful what you wish for because you could end up with Tristan Jarry in net. And that's not very good, it seems like, based on what I am reading.
Yeah, no. I mean, he was always like kind of up and down in Pittsburgh, too.
I mean, in Pittsburgh, like last year, they sent him to the AHL for like an extended conditioning stint. Yeah. So it's not like he is a huge upgrade, but I think maybe they were thinking it was even Stevens and like a change of scenery would be good for both goalies. And in that case, they were not correct.
Yeah. Where's Skinner now?
He's in Pittsburgh.
Is he happy?
He seems to be happy. He seems to be doing better.
Good. I like that guy.
I know. Me too. Yeah. People seem to like him there. So
yeah, awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I don't pay too close attention, but
yeah,
from what I've seen, it hasn't been negative. The fact that I'm not hearing about him is the positive sign.
Sure.
Like, because I don't follow Edmonton or Pittsburgh very closely. So if I'm not hearing about Skinner, that's great. The fact that I'm hearing about Jarry so much is like really negative.
Yeah.
There is a team, though, that's having some good times right now, and that is the Buffalo Sabres. They are first place in the Atlantic Division right now.
It's unbelievable.
It's crazy. The last time they led their division this late in the season was April 11th, 2010. So that's crazy.
Been a minute.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
It's been like a minute and a half.
I've only watched hockey for 3-4 years or whatever.
Yeah, something like that.
I've never seen them good. They've always been like the joke.
I mean, I got into hockey probably 13 years ago, so they've always not been good since I've started watching.
Yeah.
So this is really even, fantastic and new for me. Like, it's been such a big turnaround for them this season. Sam Carrick recently got traded there at the deadline. And when he was interviewed by the local media, he said he was relieved to be in Buffalo.
Says no one ever.
I know. Fans were like, I can't remember the last time someone said that. He's like, yeah, no, it's scary. Like, even if you're going to be traded, there's so many different places you can end up. And like, it's, I'm just relieved to be in Buffalo. And everyone's like, holy shit. Like, this never happens for us. It's
right?
So good.
Yeah, no, they don't have palm trees and they have taxes.
Right. Exactly.
So
people have pointed out that ever since that episode of Heated Rivalry where they shit talked Buffalo, Buffalo's been crazy good.
Interesting.
So they've gone on like a crazy streak since then. So
yeah, maybe
that's all it needed. The Sabres did play the Sharks on Tuesday, and ahead of the game, Sabres head coach Lindy Ruff said, "He scares me," when he was asked about Macklin Celebrini. But it turns out there's nothing to be afraid of. The Sabres won 6-3.
Yeah.
So they just continue to be really, really good.
I tell you what, it's exciting.
It is. And I think the last time the Sabres made it to the Stanley Cup Finals was 1999. And you know who they faced?
Who?
The Dallas Stars.
Uh-oh. Interesting.
Bum, bum, bum.
Rematch, huh?
Could be.
No, that's super exciting. And I know I said this at like the beginning of this year. I was like, the playoffs are going to look different this year. There's going to be people that you are expecting to be there that aren't going to be there, like the Maple Leafs and the Buffaloes. Like, holy smokes, it's going to be fun.
Everyone who was a Leafs fan who was complaining about how, Toronto never is going to make it past the first round. Toronto's like, guess what? We're not even making it to the playoffs now.
Yep.
Suck it. So I don't know. It's monkey's paw all over the place here.
Well, go Buffalo.
And then this isn't NHL, but I did want to mention this. The Paralympics are happening right now, and the gold medal game for men's sled hockey is happening tomorrow between Team USA and Team Canada. And Team USA's official Instagram account made a promo poster for it, and it says "Seated Rivalry" on it.
That's funny as hell.
I thought it was really funny, honestly.
That is great.
I think it's great. So,
nice.
Like a lot of time, like everybody's trying to cash in on Heated Rivalry these days, but that's like a funny, clever, like flip of the concept. So
no, it's great.
It's so good.
We haven't watched any of the Paralympics. I'm just burned out on the Olympics.
We haven't, and I feel bad because I have watched Paralympics in the past. Like I watched it the last Summer Olympics, and then I think just because we went so crazy hardcore on the winter this time, I just and then because hockey season's back too in the summer, I'm not doing anything else.
Right.
Like I'm not like a sports person. I'm a hockey person. So, in the Summer Olympics, it's fine. I don't have any other things going on to distract me. But
right.
Now I've gone full on into the, post-trade NHL, which is like the time of year.
This is your time.
This is my time. Like
this is when you shine.
This is when I come alive. It's spring, the flowers are blooming, and Kate is in her full hockey mode. It's
Absolutely.
Great for me personally.
Fantastic.
Everybody else hates it.
Yeah.
Well, and that's all I have for news. Is there anything that we haven't covered that we should address in Fred's Corner of stuff we haven't talked about?
Well, I don't know if we should address it, but we're going to.
All right.
I did write some things down throughout this week. So
excellent.
What do you, is it errata when you say something wrong and then you come back and fix it? ERRATA.
I don't think I've ever heard it said out loud before. So sure.
But that's a word, right?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Well, anyway, last week, I was very adamant that there was a lot of advertising on the ice. And I just wanted to let you know there's always been advertising on the ice. I just apparently have never noticed it before.
Yes, that is true. You were like, God, what's with all these ads? And I was like, what are you talking about? You're like, look, there's one there and there and there and there. I'm like, that's always there.
Yeah. No,
and then you talked about it on the podcast.
I did.
And No, I just think it was because of the Olympics. You were just really spoiled by all those clean sheets of ice.
Apparently, because I even went back to like highlights from last year. I'm just like, did they? Oh yeah, look at there's an ad there. There's an ad there. So anyway, I'm sorry about that. I was completely misinformed.
Listen, we stand a man who will admit that he's wrong.
Oh yeah,
so
absolutely.
Good for that. Good for you. We appreciate that.
Yep. You also told me that Travis Konechny is having another child.
Yes, that is what I heard.
So I found out that he has children.
Yes, that is true.
And that he's married.
Yes, all things that I have told you before.
Absolutely.
But I know that you pay attention to maybe 20% of what I say, and that's fine. That's understandable. I talk a lot.
Yeah. No,
I also only pay attention to 20% of what you say. It's a two-way street.
I would recommend 10%, but...
It probably is more like 10%, honestly. I was just being polite.
Yeah. But anyway, I was just like, man, I don't see it. but good for him.
No, because like that's why I've talked about how it's so funny because like I remember, watching him when he was just like a feral child himself. And now he's like the elder statesman and he has children of his own at home.
Yeah. And
it's so weird. And like we've had entire conversations about
it. Yeah, no, I know.
Possibly on the podcast.
Probably.
And yeah. So for you to be like, wait, he has kids. I'm just like, okay, all right.
Yep.
Yeah. This is marriage, guys. This is 20 plus years of being with somebody. You just start tuning each other out after a while. And that's fine. And that's normal.
Absolutely. Also, there is the Stanley Cup ads that are going on right now with like BB Rexa and
Shania Twain,
DJ Khaled.
Oh God, yeah, I've mostly tuned those out, but I'm familiar with what you're talking about.
I don't like them.
Yes, that's why I've mostly tuned them out.
I don't like the message. Like we're not chasing silver, or there's no second place silver. Whatever they got going on, it's just so obnoxious.
Or like now chasing silver is okay because silver's first place, or I don't.
Yeah. No. It's like cool. It's a different format. I don't know. I just it's
like quit trying to make fetch happen, guys.
Absolutely. And let's stop giving DJ Khaled money.
Please.
Like he's going to take it.
Please. Of course he will. He'll take it for anything.
Yeah.
Listen, the fact that DJ Khaled is still showing his face on TV after his Hot Ones interview is appalling.
Absolutely. That should have been the end of him.
It really should have. He really should have gone out on the high note of that time that he went on his jet ski and got lost and was like live tweeting it the whole time.
No, we need him. All he does is win. So
no matter what.
So no, we need Khaled in our lives. But it is weird to see him doing an NHL ad. So
it's very strange.
Yeah.
Get Snoop Dogg in there at least. Snoop Dogg likes the NHL for real.
Yeah.
BB Rexa does seem to be a fan at least.
BB Rexa does. Yep. Her new song's not very good. It's fine. Anyway, we also had to watch a national game or two this week.
Yes, we did.
And we could talk about this later, but we got to see Torts. And Torts had some very positive things to say. And we'll say those positive things when we get to the Stars stuff.
Yes, I do have that marked for later to chat about.
Okay, perfect. And the other thing is Stars related. I just remember who this is referencing, so I'll wait on that. So that's Fred's Corner.
All right. That's great. And also you've been birding again. So that's really cool too.
I am back out birding. I did like 6 hours today.
You did. It was great.
Yep. Saw a new life for Black Phoebe. So that was pretty cool.
That's very cool. And you got some cool pictures. I can't wait for you to polish them up.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll post them on Tumblr.
Maybe.
Who knows? All right. Well, with all that, let's move on to our teams. We will start with the Flyers. On Monday, the Rangers were in town to play the Flyers, and it was a rough one. Jim and Boosh noted early in the game that Dan Vladar was starting again, and that Tocchet seemed to be relying pretty heavily on him.
They're really riding him.
Is
what they said.
Yes. And that proved to be foreshadowing because Vladar got scored on 6 times in the first 2 periods.
Yeah.
It was not ideal.
No.
And 3 of those goals came in about 21 seconds at the end of the second period. It was
brutal.
Absolutely brutal to watch. Like, they were like, God, do you think they're just kind of trying to wait until the end of the period to pull him?
Right. Yeah. There's like a minute or 2 left. They're like, hey, I guess they're just going to leave him in there now. Oh, they scored another goal.
But there's a third one. Oh, it was really, really awful. So Sam Ersson did make his way back into the net for the third period, and he did not let any goals in, but I believe he only faced about 3 shots. So I guess it's good he didn't let any goals in.
Yeah, everyone stepped up once Vladar got the boot, huh?
I guess so.
They're like, oh boy, whoops.
Yeah.
Our bad.
Something. We did have goals from Sean Couturier and Matvei Michkov, but the Rangers had a very decisive 6-2 victory.
Yep.
And that wasn't fun to watch. But things did start looking up after that, starting on Wednesday when the Capitals came to Philadelphia. The Caps did get on the board first when Ryan Leonard scored halfway through the period on a power play. But after that, it was all Flyers all the time. First, Travis Konechny tied the game, and then Owen Tippett and Trevor Zegras had this breakout where they were doing this sort of like give and go back and forth with the puck all the way up to the net until Trevor Zegras put it home. And it was like the kind of thing that would have been so fucking infuriating if it hadn't ended up in a goal.
Yeah.
Because it was like so back and forth and like so rapid and like you could barely keep up with where the puck was going. And it's just such a good thing that it ended up in a goal, or like tables would have been flipped.
Yeah. Shoot the puck.
You were like, why are they passing it so much?
Just shoot it.
It was crazy, but it ended up being really cool.
It was, yeah.
Jamie Drysdale had an absolutely gorgeous goal where he did some of his like fancy fast lateral skating to sort of like get himself away from all the people and then just put it right over the shoulder of the goaltender.
Yeah, he's kind of on a hot streak, isn't he?
He has been really good lately.
Yeah.
So always loved that for him. And then Owen Tippett had an empty net goal, so the Flyers took the victory 4-1. And I do feel like it's important to note that Sam Ersson was in the net for this entire game, and he did great. He had a .955 save percentage. It's almost like he does really well in a backup role and only crumbles when he is relied on too much.
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe if they just find the right balance with the goaltenders, it'll be okay.
I think that'd be good. Yeah.
I think so too. So, because Vladar has been really good, and it's just like, they're kind of like, well, now we have Vladar, so we never need Ersson. And it's like, no, Ersson's fine if he's a backup.
Yep.
Like, just fucking chill, guy.
Yeah, no, Vladar is the reason.
Oh, yeah.
For a lot of their success.
Oh, my God. Yeah. They wouldn't be within breathing distance of a wild card if it weren't for Vladar.
Yep. But that was a pretty dominant game, and the Capitals just couldn't. They just were like, I don't know, they just were out of gas or something. And then they tried to be all like, "Oh, we're the Capitals," but it was too late.
It really was, yeah. Like Tom Wilson was Tom Wilsoning all over the place, and nobody was interested in what
cared.
he was selling.
Yeah, they're like, whatever, like, dude.
Okay, fine. Like, we get it. You're big and bad. We don't care. No, it was good. Like, the Flyers were just very chill and cool, and they did a really good job and looked very solid.
Yeah.
And then on Thursday, they headed to Minnesota to play the Wild. And little baby Flyer Alex Bump is from Minnesota, so some of his cheering squad was there, which was awesome. You know, they wear the orange shirts at the other games they've been to, but this one they just were spelling out BUMP on the shirts.
Nice.
So it was cute.
Yeah. Do you think they bought their own tickets?
I was going to say, presumably Bill Guerin did not help secure the tickets because we all know how he feels about that.
Yeah.
Although maybe it's fine if it's on the other team. Like, he doesn't care if the other team's there to work. It's just if the Wild is there to work.
He's generous with outsiders.
Yeah. He's like, oh, no, it's fine. Here, Alex Bump, here's tickets for all your personal friends and family. And I also booked you a nice reservation for a lunch. Go have fun. No, that would imply him like having any kind of investment in anything outside of his own mind.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't watch this game because it was on against a Stars game, but we did check in on the score as it was going on. Emil Andre was back in the lineup for the first time in a hot minute, and he opened the scoring at the end of the first period. The Wild scored twice in the second, but halfway through the third, Owen Tippett created a turnover that was recovered by Travis Sanheim. The puck made its way back to Tippett, who tied up the game, and that was it for regulation scoring. The game went to OT and then a shootout, which is a likely place for the Flyers game to be. We were actually able to switch over to the game partway through OT, so we were able to see the conclusion. Trevor Zegras had a rare shootout miss, as did Matvei Michkov, but Travis Konechny actually changed up his signature shootout move that rarely ever works.
I know. I could basically do his move at this point.
Probably.
Like, I've seen it so many times now.
Yeah, no, it's kind of predictable, but he did something different and it worked, and it was actually really cool looking.
It was.
And then Vladar shut down all three Wild shooters, and the Flyers took the win 3-2. And my next section I have is just called Taco Talk.
Oh, Taco Talk?
Taco Talk. So Matvei Michkov was one of the few bright spots in the Rangers game with a goal. And he didn't get on the scoreboard in the next two games where there were wins, but he was really noticeable. Like, he looked so much more comfortable on the ice than he has in a while. He was making plays. He was generating chances. He just seemed to be clicking with the team really well. Interestingly enough, he is also back to playing his natural position of right wing. Rick Tocchet was asked about him moving back over to right wing. And he said, well, Bobby Brink was leaving and then Meech wants to try it. We'll see. I've got my thoughts on that, but we'll see how it goes. So basically, Michkov had to ask him to go back to his natural position when a spot opened up. And Tocchet was resistant to it.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I don't know. Fuck this Tocchet guy.
Like, what the fuck? Like, I just don't understand it. Like, he's a super talented kid. I do understand hockey players have to be well-rounded. I get that. But it's just that, like, they're like, okay, well, you're only good at one thing, so you have to be really good at everything else. And also we need to grind the talent out of you.
Right.
Like, I just don't get it. Like, let him stay good at the one thing he's good at.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Like, I get moving him to left wing because, like, he's the best player. And, like, if you have to move somebody, move the best player over. Like, maybe Bob Brink can't play on the left. But, like,
Bob Brink.
I thought I said Bobby.
Okay.
I don't know.
It's weird to call him Bob.
It really is.
Bob Brink.
Yeah, no, he's going to be Bobby till he's 85.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But no, it just doesn't make any sense to me. And it's just like this real, like, old school, gross way of being. And I'm just so over the taco experiment. Like,
I don't think it's an experiment, though. That's the unfortunate thing.
Yeah, no, I feel like it's an experiment gone wrong, but people in the organization seem committed to it. Like,
yeah.
I like tacos. I don't like this taco.
Mm-hmm.
This is a bad taco.
It's a bad taco.
This taco has gone off.
Bad taco.
This taco is inedible.
Yeah.
It's a terrible taco.
No, I don't like what he's bringing, and I miss my guy.
Yeah, I know. I do really wish Torts hadn't had that hissy fit at Cam York or whatever, because I do think he needed one more year with Meech.
He did, but yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
he was going to lose his mind this year with Cam York if Cam York was still there. Like, when I see Cam York mess up, like I just feel like Torts like freaking out.
Yeah, no, I get it, but yeah, it's hard. But I don't know. The Flyers, I just feel like do still have so much potential, but I feel like Tocchet's really grinding them into the mud or something.
I think, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it's going to turn out for them. They're doing better again, which is good, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on and talk about the Stars. Huh?
Okay. Yeah. I was going to say Tippett still looking good. Can't shit on Tippett. So
Tippett has been doing really well, and I like that for him. He's been looking solid and doing his thing.
He's hustling. He's using his legs, as they say.
Yes.
Scoring goals, making plays happen. No complaints.
All right. Well, I don't be prepared to talk shit again, so he'll start doing well once you start talking shit.
I know. I don't have anyone to talk shit about right.
It's kind of difficult.
Robertson got it together. Tippett's got it together.
I know. Well, we'll have to figure something out.
I'll find somebody.
Yeah, just find another team.
Yeah.
Start watching the Oilers. You'll have plenty of people to talk shit about.
I don't want to do that.
You know what? That's valid. All right, now let's move on to the Stars. The last time we checked in with the Stars, they had ended a franchise record-setting winning streak with a shootout loss to the Avalanche, but they showed they were able to bounce back pretty quickly. On Sunday, they played Chicago, and they went down 2-0 halfway through the first with the backup goalie in the net, the Stars' backup goalie. But the ever-scrappy Nate Bastian got us on the board before the period ended. And I would just like to take a moment to say that Nate Bastian is underappreciated. He's often a healthy scratch with us. He's only played in 30 out of the 65 games the Stars have had this season, but he has 6 goals in that time. At least one of those was a game winner, and he also had a 2-goal game at one point. He also has 78 hits, which is the 7th highest on the team, despite playing fewer games than a lot of the other people on the roster. Nate Bastian, we see you. Like, you're doing a good job, man.
Are we biased because
he looked at us?
Because, like, we see him and he saw us.
He did see us. That is true.
Like,
we went to a preseason game.
Yep.
And I don't know firsthand that he saw us because I didn't see it either time. But during warmups, my sister swears he looked directly at us.
Yep.
And then when we were back in our seats, you saw him look directly at us.
Yeah.
He looked at you in your eyeballs.
He looked me dead in my eyes.
So I don't know. I guess he saw us first. And ever since then, we haven't been able to stop looking at him.
Yeah. And luckily, we enjoy what he brings.
We do. So I think he's really great. I think we just happen to have a lot of depth again this year. And so unfortunately, he just is getting pushed down the chart. But he seems to be a great room guy too. So he seems to be happy to be on the team. And
yeah,
I don't know. I just like him. I think he's great. I think he's underrated and underappreciated. And I just wanted to make sure everybody knows Nate Bastian is good. Anyway, back to the game. The second period was scoreless, so Chicago was still up 2-1 when we entered the third. But just 42 seconds in, Maverick Bourque tied it up, banking the puck off a Chicago player and into the goal after Michael Bunting created a turnover. And then the Stars took their first lead of the game halfway through the period when Justin Hyrckowian scored on the power play. An impressive feat when you consider that Chicago has the best penalty kill in the NHL right now. Like, what? They do? But apparently they do.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
It's crazy. You know, they said it on the broadcast and I was like, wait, what? And then I looked it up and they do. So Chicago pulled their goalie near the end of the game and Connor Bedard did tie it up and we went to OT. However, Miro Heiskanen decided that he had logged enough ice time for the day and he ended OT just 32 seconds in after he and Matt Duchene just skated the puck all the way down the ice, like with ease. Just like, they're like, okay, going for a nice little skate. Goodbye. And just put it right in the net. So it was a good one.
Yeah. I don't remember this game at all, but I think I saw it.
You did see it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I think you were talking a lot during the game.
Probably.
For some reason. Yeah.
I was real chatty Cathy.
You were real chatty Cathy. So, but no, it was a fun game. It was a Sunday, so you were probably distracted by stuff.
Sure.
Anyway, it was great. I really liked it. And then Tuesday, we played the Vegases. And after a scoreless first period, Jack Eichel potted a goal early in the second. Midway through the period, Colin Blackwell danced around a Vegas defender and tried to get a shot off, but fell down in the process. So he didn't score, but then Oscar Beck cleaned up the rebound and tied the game. And then 4 minutes later, the Stars went on the power play and Jamie Benn swatted in a puck to give Dallas the lead. And then that was it for scoring. The Stars won 2-1. So there wasn't a lot of scoring, but overall, the Stars looked pretty strong and solid, I thought. It wasn't a boring game, even if it was a low scoring one.
I believe that I found this one to be boring and I was totally zoned out for most of it.
Yeah, I think you maybe picked up and left.
Yeah, I don't know. Something about Vegas. I don't know. Even when Mitch Marner was out on the ice, I was like, oh, whatever.
Yeah, well, it's fine because we don't have to talk about it anymore. We have a way more exciting game to talk about.
Perfect, because, yeah.
On Thursday, the Oilers were in town to play the Stars. And, we always like to beat them, especially after they've knocked us out of the Western Conference Finals the last 2 years running. But, this game was just a really, really good one.
It was.
The only downside for me is that it was a national broadcast. It would have been fire with Josh and Razor.
That was the first national broadcast of the week that we saw, and then we had to watch another one, right?
No, this is the second one.
This is the second one. It was better than the first one.
It was better than the first one.
I will give whoever was doing the stuff, the guys on the first national broadcast we saw, I've never heard of them, and I never want to hear them again.
Yeah, no, they were really bad. They sent in the D team. It wasn't even the B team or the C team.
No.
It was not good. No. This one was pretty good. My big complaint with this one was they kept calling him Justin Hyrckowian.
Well, it's kind of a hard name to say.
It's a hard name to say, but they started calling him that literally right after they made such a huge deal out of R2 Huru.
Yeah, they're like,
look, we said it right. It's H-Y-R-Y, but it's Huru. Isn't that wacky? Anyway, here comes Justin Hyrckowian. And it's oh my God, all the goodwill you had just squandered.
No, that was exactly how it went down.
I know. And then nobody ever corrected them. So they just did it for the whole rest of the game. And, Justin Hyrckowian's name was said a lot this game.
They had to say Hyrckowian a lot.
They did have to say that quite a lot. So we looked really solid from the start. Dallas scored just over a minute in when Jamie Benn picked up a puck net front after a distant shot from Miro went wide. Podkolzin almost tied it up a little over halfway through the first, but his shot went off the post. And I do wonder if the game would have looked any different if he made that shot. That was their chance to tie it up really early.
Sure. Yeah, definitely.
Instead, though, the Stars were the next to score just a minute later when Matt Duchene did some really fancy moves to get the puck back to our end and then sent the puck to Sam Steele so cleanly he had no chance but to put it, or he had no choice but to put it in the back of the net.
He had no option.
Yeah, it was just he had to finish it. There was no other way to for that play to end.
Well, that's good for him.
He's had a tough time finishing, and nope, it was just okay, I'm just banking this off your stick and into the goal. You're welcome.
You just stand there. I'll take care of everything.
It was really good. And then a few minutes later, Bouchard was trying to do a little toe drag and Robo puck jacked him and took the puck to the other end of the ice. And then he looked like he was going to pass it to Wyatt, but instead he took a no-look shot at the goal and it hit the post, but then it bounced off Jarry and back into the net. So those two goals, I would say, are not all on Tristan Jarry, who was in the net. Those were Edmonton just giving up two back-to-back 2-man rushes. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I'm not complaining about it. Like,
No. But that's how it went down for sure.
That is how it went down. So, it was just,
The Oilers were frazzled.
They were certainly frazzled. They were not looking, super happy.
Nope.
So heading into the second period, the Stars were up 3-0. 6 minutes in, the Stars went on the power play where Wyatt Johnston scored his 22nd power play goal of the season. With that goal, he tied the franchise record set by Dino Ciccarelli in the 1986-1987 season. Like, that's a long ass time ago. That was when we were still the Minnesota North Stars.
Dino.
Yeah.
What a great name.
It was such a great name.
People still name kids Dino.
Probably Italian people.
All right, cool.
Yeah. Anyway, so it's like he had already passed the Dallas Stars record, which was a Mike Modano record, and now he's tied for the whole franchise record.
Very cool.
And he did it in 65 games. Dino did it in 80 games.
Oh, poof.
So he just needs one more power play goal this season, and he'll be the sole franchise record holder.
Well, I don't want to jinx him, but I feel like he's probably going to do that.
He seems to be doing really, really well. And I just couldn't be happier for him. He had a bit of a slump last season, and he's just crushing it right now. And then Jason Robertson followed this up with an even strength goal just 40 seconds later. It's like a sassy little backward spin move, like super casual. He's like, look at me, I'm a fancy boy too.
Yep.
And then Dallas at that point had 5 goals on 15 shots.
Yeah.
It was a little rough.
It was pretty dominant. It was pretty amazing.
It really was.
I mean, when you talk about like tilted ice, like it was
like perpendicular.
It was perpendicular ice.
Perpendicular ice. It was wild.
Yep.
Halfway through the second period, the Oilers finally got on the board when Evan Bouchard got one past to Ottinger. And then former Dallas star Jason Dickinson scored another one, which took the score to 5-2. With 8 minutes to go in the second period, a comeback really wasn't out of the question for Edmonton at that point if they locked in. 3 minutes later, they went on the power play, which was honestly nerve-wracking for me. Like, I was like, they could score here and be right back in it.
Their power play is certainly scary looking.
Yeah, for sure. Like, a goal here could have been like a huge momentum changer. But the best opportunity on that power play was a shorthanded attempt from the Stars. And then just as that penalty expired, the Oilers took a penalty because Connor McDavid took a swipe at Tyler Myers. I didn't actually see the swipe that he took, but
yeah.
Apparently the two of them have beef going back to Tyler Myers' Vancouver Canucks days. Like, they've gotten into it several times, and I think both got thrown out of a game together or something.
Oh, I like that.
I know. So yeah.
I feel like that's not like a common McDavid kind of thing.
McDavid, everybody thinks of him as sort of like bland toast, but he is, I guess, a little spicy with Tyler Myers. And I don't know, the spice stuck around because he didn't use his time in the box to cool down.
He plotted and steamed.
He just kept getting madder in there. So as the period came to an end, Arttu Huru tried to clear the puck to the other end of the ice, which is like a common thing to do, especially because the Stars, that Edmonton's on a power play, so the Stars were killing a penalty. So the puck did hit Leon Draisaitl, totally an accident.
It was kind of like right during the buzzer too.
It was like right as the buzzer sounded. So it wasn't like he was already in motion like before the buzzer. So it wasn't like the buzzer sounded and then I hit the puck and then it was like.
And then it was drama and everyone was angry.
Yeah, no, it was literally just like, oh, we're on the power play or we're on the penalty kill and I'm just going to clear this puck and oops, it grazed Leon Draisaitl. And holy shit, why is Connor McDavid coming at me? Like, Connor McDavid sees his bestie Leon Draisaitl get grazed and is like, I will fucking murder this little Finnish rookie.
Yep.
And is just going for him. Justin Hyrckowian is like, whoa. No, thank you.
He's
not
like,
on my watch.
If anyone's going to fight McDavid, it's going to be me.
Yeah, I mean, Arttu Huru just looked like kind of shocked and was like, what's happening? The Ritzy got like right in between them and is like, not today, sir. And McDavid's like, I don't care. I'll fight you then. And there's like videos up that, the Oilers have posted. It's like Connor McDavid drops the gloves and everyone has pointed out he doesn't ever actually drop the gloves. He just starts swinging with his gloves on.
Yeah.
Ritzy drops his gloves.
Yeah, he's ready to go.
And the two of them just start wailing on each other. And then Ritzy walks away like, fine. McDavid has a kind of an abrasion on his cheek. At one point, there's 3 referees and 2 Oilers players in there trying to break them up. Ritzy's having the time of his life. He is not flustered at all.
Yeah, you know how like some people handle like stressful, like high anxiety situations like real calmly. Like, I am not that.
Right.
But like, I think that guy like sees trouble and he's like, yeah, this is my home.
It's not even like he's calm. It's like he's invigorated by it.
Exactly.
He's just like, hell yes. Like, he's an adrenaline junkie.
Yeah.
And he just is having a really good time. So, I just think this was honestly a great moment in hockey history. Like, you don't see McDavid throwing fists a whole lot. And for him to get in a fight with a 25-year-old rookie and that rookie to just not give a fuck. He's like, I don't care if you're the best hockey player in the world.
Right.
You come after my teammate, I will pound you into the ground and then I will laugh about it.
Yeah.
It was so good. Just so good. Like, even, the broadcasters were like, wow, that guy doesn't care. Like, it's great.
Yeah. And it speaks a lot, I think, to the Oilers too. Like, if McDavid's the one getting to that point on the ice and nobody else is, like,
People were saying that. People were like, wow, okay, so Connor's getting mad and like fighting and then the team still can't pull their shit together. Like, that's terrible.
Yeah, no.
Especially after he took a team-friendly deal this last time around.
Yeah, he's kicking himself for that.
Oh my God, I bet.
He needs to get out.
He really does, honestly. I feel bad for him. So after the dust settled with that, McDavid and Hyrckowian each got 2 minutes for roughing, and then Leon Draisaitl also got 2 minutes for slashing Huru. So heading into the second period, Connor and Leon were in the penalty box together, and they were actually smiling and looked very cute.
Yeah, they were having a good time.
I think they like being in the penalty box together, and that's cute and sweet. And the Stars went on the power play. Connor and Leon did stop smiling when Jamie Benn scored his second goal of the night on the power play, putting the Stars up 6-2. Incidentally, Jamie Benn has 6 points in his last 5 games, and he is now up to 985 career points. If he can keep up this recent pace, he could hit 1,000 by the end of the season.
He's looked really good in the last 3 or 4 games, like noticeable, right? Like he's there, he's net front, he's doing the thing. He's like, yeah.
He needs to get a 3-week break every year because like ever since the Olympic break, he and Duchesne have looked like new people.
Old men need rest.
Old men need rest. Give the old men a long nap. Like, send them to the nursing home for 3 weeks and then let them come out and play fancy hockey. They're having a great time. They look good. They're just super chill. It's great. So yeah, he was on hat trick watch. It was like a whole thing. At a certain point, though, it became clear that the Oilers were less interested in trying to score goals and catch up than they were in targeting Hyrckowian for having the audacity to, let me check my notes, stand up for his fellow rookie who did nothing wrong. Like, they just kept coming at him for all kinds of things.
Who was the who's the asshole on that team that was like wouldn't stop?
Trent Frederick.
Yeah, him. God, that guy's annoying as fuck.
Literally, my next thing in my notes is Trent Frederick in particular was an absolute menace.
Yeah.
It was the worst. So one scrum started because one of the Oilers put his stick into Ritzy's skates and sent him into the boards. And then a whole scrum broke out. And Frederick jumps in the scrum late, like grabs Ritzy when he is, completely tied up, and then like kind of jumps on top of him and just starts wailing on the back of his head.
Yeah.
And just is like, look, I'm going to beat you up when you're completely defenseless. And it was just like such a, I don't like to say this, but it was such a bitch move. It was just so uncalled for and so like, I don't know. It's just not a fair fight. Like,
yeah,
square up, like, put up your fists, like call it a real fight. Like, I would like to remind everybody that Trent Frederick is the same one who like a year or two ago, Matthew Tkachuk baited him into fighting. And he was like, hey, let's throw the gloves, you and me. And then as soon as the game was going again, Trent Frederick threw his gloves and Matthew Tkachuk didn't, because he never does, because he doesn't do that. And then Trent Frederick got an unsportsmanlike conduct and went to the box. And I think the Panthers scored. And then he was so mad about it. And he complained to the media afterwards. And he was like, it's disrespectful to the game to say you're going to fight and then not fight. And it's like, it's disrespectful to like jump on the back of a rookie and try to ride him around like a pony. Like,
yeah, there was like no opportunity for Hyrckowian to like fight him because he was like being like choked from behind, right?
Yes, but even with that, he managed to like shake it off and get on his feet and take some swings. Yeah. And he was not bothered or shaken up or anything. Like, he did not care. I think people were trying to get him off his game all night. And he really didn't care. Darnell Nurse would like cross-checked him at one point, and he was just like, okay.
Oh, yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, he really just was not bothered. the refs decided that the fairest thing to do was just give out matching penalties to everyone, even though everyone, including Dave Jackson, thought Frederick should have received an instigator for that whole thing.
Yeah.
Dave Jackson being like the NHL rules guy that they bring out on national broadcasts. I have never agreed with Dave Jackson once in my entire life until this time.
We're not in his camp.
No, he's always wrong.
He's terrible.
He's always wrong.
He's always wrong.
And the fact that I agreed with Dave Jackson like really hurt something in my soul.
Yeah.
But it's true. Like, it's true. He should have received an instigator, but it wasn't. They're just like, nope, matching penalties for everyone. They just gave a bunch of penalties out and nobody went on a power play. By the end of the third period, refs were just sending players back to the locker room if they even looked at each other. Like, with less than 2 minutes left, Trent Frederick cross-checked Leon Bischel in the head, and Bish checked to make sure the ref saw it and were calling a penalty, and then Bish just poked him in the skates.
Oh, it was so funny.
It was really funny.
Those were shenanigans.
Those were shenanigans because he's grinning the whole time.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah.
You're going to call him? Okay, cool. Book. Yeah. And then he's grinning the whole time. Like, he's such a little twerp about it. It's so good. And then, of course, the refs call it unsportsmanlike on him, and he also gets them. But there's like less than 2 minutes at that point. He's like, okay, bye.
Yep. It was super funny.
You know, we're still up 6-2 at that point. He doesn't care. So
it's real funny to retaliate against like actual aggression with shenanigans. It makes you look like the victor to me.
It absolutely does.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think with Bo Horvat, he kind of retaliated against shenanigans with violence.
Right.
And then Leon Bischel retaliated against violence with shenanigans.
Yeah.
And it just looks so good. It's just so funny.
It really is.
It's so funny, especially Bischel, because we know that Bischel is not afraid to murder people.
No, he'll murder people.
I literally call him murder baby. Like,
yeah.
He likes to murder.
Absolutely.
And he's just like, oh, okay, I'm just going to go poop because you're just a silly little guy.
Yep.
And I just thought that was great. I will mention there was some hockey played in this period. Like, just to pour some salt in the wound, Matt Duchene dog walked 3 Oilers players to score the Stars' 7th goal of the night. He did this like spin, backwards toe drag move that was like stupid.
Like, if that was not a goal of the week or the month or the year.
Oh, it was a candidate for goal of the year for sure.
Yeah. When that happened, so this was a note that I wrote down. You said, that old man just embarrassed that whole team.
That does sound like something I would say. Yep. I don't have any recollection of saying that, but it does sound like me.
Yep. That old man just embarrassed that whole team.
Old man just embarrassed that whole team. Yep. That does sound like me.
Yep.
The clip of the goal got posted to Our Hockey with the title, Duchene makes it 7-2. And people were like, this title did not prepare me for what I was about to watch. You know, like a lot of times there will be goals posted there. It's like, this person just absolutely crushes this for like pretty average goals. And then it's just like this very unremarkable title for this goal where everyone's like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
Like there were people like, God, I remember he used to be on the Avs and like the Avs were terrible back then. And now he's like 90 years old and he's out there doing that. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And it's so good. It's just so good. Like the hockey itself was great to watch this game. The Stars have been dominating overall, even while missing some key players with Rantanen and Robe and Radek Baksa. I think Radek Baksa is very important. But what is getting me so hype is the attitude change from the past few years. Like the resilience that we were missing is there big time. Like we aren't getting rattled, whether that's by losses or losing streaks or physical play. We bounced back from the losing streak before the Olympic break. We bounced back from the loss against the Avs. And this game, when the Oilers started throwing tantrums, our boys literally laughed it off. Like, they're like, haha, you're funny. They stood up for themselves. They stood up for each other. At one point, Ritzy was over at the Oilers bench, pointing his stick at individual players and chirping them. Like, even McDavid was smiling about that one.
Yeah, when he was like pointing his stick.
Yeah, he's like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool, fuck you. Like, it was so funny. Like the balls that takes. Can I remind everyone, Hyrckowian's undrafted.
You can. You just did.
I know. I did it last week too, and I'll keep saying it.
Yeah, no, I know that like he's already made a name for himself with us, but like that being a national game, like you could tell like everyone's like, who's this guy? He's everywhere. How does he only have 8 minutes of ice time? He's always on my screen, you know?
They may not know how to say his name, but they know what it is.
They know him now for sure.
They for sure know him now. No, he's so much fun. And I don't know, it just, his energy seems really infectious. And it just feels like everybody's really bought into that. I feel like a lot of that was Gulletson. Yeah. John Tortorella agrees with me. This was the game where he was on the national broadcast, and during intermission, he was saying that he thinks Gulletson really sort of came in with this, you know, attitude of upping the physicality, which he was saying a lot before the season started. And he's like, you can tell this team is just bought in with him and they are all over it. And he did say at that point that he was like, no offense to Colorado, but Dallas is the better team this season.
He said the most balanced, best team in the league.
Yeah.
No offense, Colorado.
Yeah. I loved that.
Yeah. Like you just were like.
And I know he's your mentor and life coach. So I hope that,
Well, that goes a long way with me when he's telling me they're good.
Yes. I mean, I obviously am a huge Stars fan and you're like, fine. They're okay.
They've been really good the last 5, 6, 7, 8 games.
They've just been so fun to watch.
Like the last week, whatever game it was, that was like a back and forth game, but was like really good. I was like, this is a game you watch that had it all. This game,
I think it was the Avalanche game where they ultimately lost, but it was still so fun to watch.
Yeah. This one was also like that, but it was on the dominant side. Like if you want to see the Stars like just completely manhandle another team, like this is a great one to watch because it was fun to watch them just completely like steamroll them.
Zach Hyman said, oh yeah, we gave them too many chances to like go off the rush, which they're pretty good at. I'm like, that's an understatement. Like that's our game. Like that's where we really thrive. And that is where we did really well. And it was just really nice to watch and everyone just had a really good time. And again, nobody got rattled and like we're allowed to retaliate now. We don't have Peter DeBoer. They're going, no, that's not good. I don't care if his foot's broken. Right. You can't say anything bad.
Yeah. And the thing that Torts was saying too, like when he was doing his little hockey stick pointing at things, was talking about their forecheck and how like when you watch it, you can tell that they're all bought into what Gulletson said he wants them to do and how they want to play. And he's like, look, they're doing it here. And then they're doing it here. And then he's like, they're all on board with the way there's like a coach's dream, I think. Like that's what Torts would want. He'd be like, here's what I want you guys to do. And then they go do it. And you'd be like, oh my God, they're doing the thing I want them to do. So good.
You can tell they like him. They respect him. They feel like a team. They feel cohesive in a way they haven't felt in a couple of years.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just am very happy that I didn't freak out earlier this season.
No, you haven't.
I resisted the urge because I'm just feeling okay right now. It's, I'm trying not to get too excited either. I'm not getting too high or too low.
No, you can't do that.
You just can't do that. But I'm just feeling pretty happy with where they're at right now. I'm looking really forward to seeing them this week. We're seeing them on Wednesday.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, that's right.
I know. It's going to be pretty cool. So
yeah.
I am excited. I will say too that all of this mentality with the Stars is showing up in their social media as well. Earlier this week, a hockey fan on Twitter named Nicole Sherman posted a cool thing she learned, which is that if officials don't show up to an NHL game and no one can agree on replacements, both teams just pick a player to officiate. So the home team picks a player and they're the referee, and then the player from the opposing team is the linesman. This is a real rule, by the way. Like people looked into it and that is an actual rule. So this kind of blew up and has been brought up, from different social media admins. And the Stars social media admin asked some of the players on the Stars who on the team would be the best and worst refs. Maverick Bourque thought Ritzy would be a good ref because he'd be by the book. Nate Bastian was like, no, he would be on the ice playing. He can't do both at the same time. You need someone who's available to be the ref, which would be me.
Oh, interesting. Oh, okay. That's what he was saying.
Yeah, I know. He was like, no, I'll just do it because I'm not going to be playing.
Right.
Which, again, he's such a super good sport. He's like, no, I'm probably going to be the healthy scratch. So just make me the ref.
Yeah. He couldn't even take himself out of reality for this question. He's like, well, no, everyone needs to play.
Yeah, no, he's like, no, he was like 49 is going to be on the ice. Like he's like specifically Justin Hyrckowian will be on the ice. Like let's not pretend he's not. And he was like, no, I would be on. And then he said that he would only call 2 penalties the whole game, 1 for each team. So everybody could have a power play. And then he would just let everything else go, which felt like a real hockey move, honestly.
Yeah, right.
Oscar Beck thinks Colin Blackwell would be the best because he knows the rules and is always yapping at refs, which is very funny to me. He does have that like small yappy dog kind of energy.
Yeah. He's at the small dog park.
Yes. He also did go to Harvard, so I feel like he has a very rules lawyer mentality.
Right.
I normally don't acknowledge our backup goalie, but he was low-key funny in this video. He disagreed and said Blackwell would be the worst because he'd probably try to fight a player, which honestly feels so accurate.
Yep.
He is very fighty. Robo said very definitively while laughing that Mikko would be the worst ref. Labushkin said Bischel, and then the backup goalie chimed in to say that Bischel doesn't even know the rules, which was also funny. Bourque has heard that Duchesne doesn't respect the rules of golf, so he might be the worst ref, which I thought was very interesting. That like super sort of holier than thou Matt Duchesne is like maybe a golf cheater.
Yep.
And then Oscar Beck says maybe Robo would be the worst ref because he's a little clueless, which is fucking hilarious. Like he is just like super clueless and it's just so cute. So I just thought it was a great video. It's really always fun to see everyone's personalities. There was also shirtless Maverick Bork, which works for a segment of the audience. It's not me, but like, but some people like that. But it did also sort of inspire me for our game time this week to talk with you about who else on the Stars do we think would be good or bad at reffing.
All right, cool.
So I'm not going to talk about everybody, but I have a few Stars players.
Cool.
I'm going to start with Rope Hintz.
Okay.
I personally think he would be a bad ref because he would be too busy lounging on the ice to...
Well, that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, he's going to be dramatically lounging on the ice and he won't be able to see anything.
Yeah, I don't know if he could maintain the attention for an entire game.
That's kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. He might be like too busy, like trying to make his ref outfit more fashionable. Next up, I have Miro Heiskanen.
Heiskanen, he'd be good.
I think he would be good at like recognizing when things have gone wrong. He would be great. He skates really fast, even backwards. But I think he would ultimately be bad because he would never call anything because he doesn't want to talk in front of everybody.
Oh, yeah.
He's very quiet.
Got to put on the microphone and get up there and go say stuff.
Yeah, I think he'd just be like, nope, we're fine. It's cool. What about Thomas Harley?
Thomas Harley. Oh, I think he'd call too much. I think he'd be like kind of uptight.
See, I said that about Matt Duchene.
Well, Matt Duchene would be uptight.
Yeah, Matt Duchene I said would be bad because he would call too many penalties because he's too by the book.
Yep.
Thomas Harley, I thought he would be good because, you know, he is a time traveler from the olden times and he's all about like honor and dignity. And I feel like he would really sort of bring that mentality.
You know, if you imagine him without his pads in like a ref kind of uniform, he kind of fits the mold, doesn't he?
He kind of has ref face.
He's got ref, exactly.
He has ref face.
He's got ref face.
Like no shade, but
like put that man in a ref thing. You'd be like, yeah, that looks natural.
It really does, honestly.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I can just see it with him for some reason. Tyler Myers.
Don't know him.
I don't know him much, but I do think he would theoretically be good because he's very tall and he has a long neck. So he'd be able to see like everything.
Interesting. Okay.
So that's my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know this guy very well or at all at this point. I don't even notice him on the ice yet. So
I am sad that he no longer wants to be known as Chaos Giraffe, but I will respect his wishes.
Oh, yeah.
That's tough. It's such a good nickname, but I do understand. I probably wouldn't want to be known as that either.
Yeah, maybe just call him like CG.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
It's not.
All right. And then I have one more Stars player here. I've got Tyler Seguin.
Tyler Seguin, he's not going to be able to skate up and down the ice with his bum leg.
Well, yeah, but assuming he's not broken.
Yeah, he's going to get hit. He's going to get hurt.
That's true.
No.
I said he would be bad because he'd be too busy checking out his reflection in the glass and he would get distracted.
He would get distracted for
right?
sure.
He'd be like, look at my beautiful curls. Yeah. They're so pretty.
No, I think he just needs to stay in the front office.
It's probably better. Maybe do some coaching. That's probably the best place for him. So yeah, I don't know. I think overall maybe the players just stick to playing and the refs.
Yeah, so it's got to be a player. It can't be like a coach or an assistant coach.
Got to be a player.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
I don't know. That could be fun. Yeah.
It's a fun rule.
Right? Like maybe someday there's a snowstorm or a missed flight and some no refs. Like that'd be exciting.
I would love that. I do think it makes most sense, like whoever is like the healthy scratch to do it. But I mean, yeah, you want people who know the rule book really well because not everybody knows everything.
No, of course not.
It's like how cops don't have to know all the laws.
Right.
You'd have a cop ref.
Yeah.
So I think the refs are better at knowing the rules than the cops are, but they don't do a great job all the time. But I don't know. Maybe the players would have more sympathy for the refs too.
Probably not.
Probably not.
No. But yeah, it'd be fun.
It'd be really fun. So, all right. Well, that's going to be the end of regulation for this week's episode of Ice is Slippery. You can find us on Tumblr, Blue Sky, TikTok, and Instagram at Ice is Slippery Pod. You can also email us at iceisslipperypod@gmail.com, where we would love to get suggestions for games and hear your hockey hot takes. Until next week, stay out of the penalty box.